law court is if someone is guilty of a crime, they have to be summoned personally to answer for the crime. Now, if they're being addressed to say, right, you're obviously coming, this crime you've committed, you cannot just turn around to anyone and say, you've committed a crime here, so therefore I want this sentence. The individual has to be given a chance to respond. So therefore, they can put forward a case, but given what they've done, any jury with the evidence should then find them guilty, which is fine. But the point is, you run through the process. If what you do by not giving them the opportunity to attend or defend is just as bad as what the state are doing. He says, but the state, I would say just now, there's a strong possibility of the state's behaviour that they're also killing people. He says, you look at the situations now, I don't know, he says, I've not met them or anything, but the stories come up all the time. There was one not long ago, I don't know the names, there was a guy, a small child in London, that was deprived of medicinal marijuana or cannabis or something for treatment, and basically they went over to Canada to get it, came back in full rest, and the government confiscated it. So therefore, it's straight away within 48 hours, the guy was rushed to hospital because he didn't have the medication. Now, that's unlawful. Eventually, I think the government did concede and they then gave him some assistance. It's wrong. But the thing is, by doing that and depriving people, it says they have no authority to do that. It's basically, it's all to do with money. That's it. He says, but the government are causing harm, loss and injury. He says, various bodies and affecting people. And it can be argued that they additionally says, maybe kill people. This is through obviously their behaviour. Now again, it's something you need to deal with in the court, but it's something that happens. And you cannot just tell them and say, right, this is what I'm doing. They have to be given a chance to speak up, to defend themselves. And then obviously with the evidence available, surely then a jury would find them guilty. And then on the point of guilty, we come back to the question as well. When you stand there and present your case, you tell the jury what's happened to you. So you explain what's happened, explain your loss, explain how it's affected you, explain how it's affected your family. You then turn around to the jury and say, look, put yourself in my position. So if the individuals then were to put themselves into your position, they would then think about failing and say, right, okay, how am I going to deal with this? So they would come around and say, right, are they guilty? Right, they're guilty. Is there sanctions? What will they do? Is there fines? What will they do? What are they requesting? How can we help resolve this? So the jury will then give the information. That's the way it works. But the point is, it's not, if you commit one crime, you're going to pay X amount. It's not done that way. It's you present your case to the jury and you allow the jury to determine what's going on. So the jury determines what's going on, but basically when you put the case to them, when people sit down and rationally think about it, the juries are actually really good. Because the juries come back and say, look, what you've suffered here, this is what we believe is fair, and they come back with settlement. Now the settlements that came back with, see, few of them have surprised me. They said, but they've actually came back and actually gave good judgments. I cannot complain about the judgments. And this is
what were the sums in the figure of?
Sorry?
What were the sums in the figure of?
Well, it depends.
Like,
no, it says, basically the smallest one we dealt with, I think, was at 15,000, and I think the largest one was about 800,000, I think. But we actually had one before we dealt with. It was actually not given by a jury, but it was a commercial lien that was done. I actually done one myself. He says it was for 1.6 million, but the 1.6 million, it was fully justified by using the court system, their courts, because it was only a 5-year contract and it was for loss of salary and bonuses. But the figure that was actually owed was for 5 years and it was like 260,000. That's all it was. So it was fine for 5 years. But basically what happened is I ended up arguing for about 12 years through the courts and I'd suffered. Now according to their system, which is wonderful, their system says that if you've suffered a loss and you don't get paid immediately, for every year that goes on, you add on 8%. Now, if you have £250,000 and you add up for 12 or 13 years, it very quickly increases. So I think it was about 1.6 million. But that was only because it was their rules. I used their rules against them. And that's what they do. So that's acceptable. Now that was done. And what I did is I went back to the court and said, look, this is what I've done. It's a commercial lien process. To enforce it, basically, I need some assistance. So we put it to the jury, they looked at it and said, yes, fine, everything's done correctly. So they stamped it and gave me a verdict. So basically we have that. So that's probably one we've had other ones with 700 or 800,000, we've had some for a couple 100,000, he says we've had some for 20, some for 30,000, I think the smallest was 15,000. But again, it just depends on the individual and the circumstances.
Do you actually get the seal off? And what about if it's not money and it's harm?
Well, I've actually asked just now, because basically I have a pet dispute. It's not a pet dispute. I actually came across someone through obviously my dealings. I came across a government employee. Now this government employee is actually a senior employee. He's actually the top 4 or 5 people in Scotland, right, because of their position and the authority they have. Now what I did is I went and said, you cannot do what you're doing, and we pointed out the position. Now she'd been in the position for 10 years, right? So it's a cushy number, big salary. We'd actually argued about what she was doing and said, look, this is what you've done, you can't do that. So eventually they said, no, we're fine. And then what happened is after 6 months of arguing, she then retires. Suddenly, right? Nobody ever retired, she retired. She got a huge payoff and she just walked away. So then the other individual took over after, done exactly the same thing. So we started the process again. I said, hold on a minute, look, your predecessor left because we confirmed what they were doing as criminals. You're doing exactly the same thing. You will be held accountable. So they tell me,
Sorry,
we're
right,
not
listen, I
interested.
can't hear you. So they're talking.
Yeah,
I can't hear neither, I can't.
Sorry.
I can't hear you. You're talking.
Oh, sorry. I'll speak
sorry,
a little
I'll
bit. That's fine. No, I says, what actually happened, this is in relation to that, is I've turned around to this individual who newly been appointed. I said, your predecessor removed herself from her position because she was caught out. She was committing crimes against the people. She removed herself. He says, you cannot do the same thing. He says, you're not obviously doing this, dealing with it lawfully. He says, you will be held accountable. If you refuse to deal with this, we'll take you to a common law court. She ignored this, so we took her to a common law court. Now, when I took her to the common law court, I wasn't wanting anything from her financially. I wanted a guilty verdict because I wanted to confirm that what they're doing was unlawful. So I put the case to the jury and said, look, this is what's happened. But when I explained to the jury what happened and the consequences of what went on, and actually says to them, look, this is not financial, I don't want money. He says, I want a guilty verdict because I want to prove that this is unlawful. So the jury went away and deliberated, and they were taking a while, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? I said, look, he says, she's guilty, give me a guilty verdict. And it took a while, and then we came back, they actually gave me the guilty verdict, but they actually gave me, I think it was a couple £100,000 payment. I thought, fine, okay, but they had actually turned around and says, no, that's wrong. What you've done is the behaviour you've highlighted is criminal. He says, and the effect it's had on your family is criminal. He says, but because of that, he says, you've suffered. So what we're doing is giving this award. Now, they actually done that, but never asked for it. But the point is, the law is set by the people, the jury. You have the jury there, they dictate what's appropriate. If they think, you can ask for anything you want, you can ask for £10,000. If they think that someone's committed a crime and want to pay you 50,000, they'll do it. But they will discuss it themselves. The jury set the law, they dictate, and what they do is binding. The only thing that will change a jury verdict is if a jury's been tampered with, you can find out that obviously evidence has been deliberately tampered with, or obviously deliberately withheld or something. It's a major problem in the case. Is if that's the case, you can then apply to the court and actually retry the whole thing again.
They don't pay.
Pardon?
They don't pay.
Well, if they don't pay, this is what we're doing with enforcement. We're looking at enforcement just now, is we're holding officers. If we take one individual, right, one individual and say, look here, I said, we've got to select someone just now, a gentleman, right, he says, kindly signed up, he's got to enforce all our decisions for him, all over the UK. Thank you very much. So we pick out someone just now, as great, goes all over. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? But basically what you've got here is you've got common law courts. Now, we have a common law court every couple of months, right, every 2-3 months. And they're big cases, and we're getting more and more out there, and people are becoming involved, which is great. If you have common law courts every 2 or 3 weeks all over the country, it's changing. Now, the thing about common law courts, like everything else, is the thing you can do just now. This is not monetary or anything like that, but basically you need to function. Now, if you're functioning just now, the most important thing for this is people can do it free of charge, is record their birth. So by recording your birth, you're actually standing under common law, and you're saying, look, here's my birth details. So you've established yourself as a man or a woman, and you're under common law, that's it. The more people that do that, the easier it is to turn around and say, look, we're standing together. Now, with the numbers we have just now, and what we're doing is it's great, but the more people who do it, the better. Now, in addition to that, when you actually turn away with one court officer or one court constable or sheriff or whatever you want to call them, if you take that one individual and say, right, he's going to enforce this, the government will laugh at it and say, sod off, we're not interested. If you have these enforcement, this is individuals all over the UK, it says we then notify the government because we're on the ball. So we say to the government, first of all, the statutory legislation and the statutory courts are unlawful. They're depriving people of a lawful remedy. So the people are convening their own common law courts to obtain a lawful remedy. We're doing so, and the decisions will come with the authority of the people. Secondly, it says the common law courts have or will be convening courts all over the country. We have individuals assisting in this process just now in 40, 50, 60 areas, and we'll be working with a support team to convene these courts. So you've got them all over the country. You then turn around and say, in addition to that, we have people signed up throughout the country who are going to work with us to basically enforce these court verdicts. We then turn around and say, for example, the authorities, including the Prime Minister, it says, work for us. She works for us, she paid for us, she therefore has to respect the decision from the people, and therefore, if required, assist with enforcement. If she fails to do that, and fails to accept the authority of the people, she shouldn't be paid. She should be removed from her position, because she's there to represent the people, and she's there to assist. Now, if she will not abide by the authority of the people, and a lawful decision issued by a common law court, she should not be in the job. And secondly, you can also notify the Home Secretary and tell the police chiefs that we will be enforcing court decisions, and they may not hamper or hinder us in the process, because if they do so, they'll be committing a crime against the people as well. So we expose this and put the information out. As you do that, with all these people, it then becomes easier. We have some cases just now which we think will go reasonably well, and we have some which we think obviously might be easy to enforce as well. But once you start enforcing them, it's like everything else. You set a precedent and then obviously escalate. So we can do that and we'll look at it, but the point is we need these people here today to assist with convening common law courts. If you're happy enough to assist, act as a point of contact and help people out, you're not having to do anything yourself, you're giving everything from us. If you do that, it's fine. Spread the word. If people more and more get involved, and we do this with enforcement as well, when you do that, as it operates, you do not say, I've got a friend in Manchester I know, he's my enforcement agent, officer, constable, whatever you want. He's my enforcement, I've got him, he's doing the whole way you get. One guy in Manchester, I don't know anyone in Manchester, but that's it, sounds good. But if you turn around and say, right, hold on a minute, we have enforcement, this is enforcement individuals, enforcement sheriffs, constables, officers, whatever you want to call them. We have appointed these people throughout the UK, and we've covered sort of 50, 60 different locations. He says these officers will have the backup of an enforcement team. He says, and therefore you will not hinder them or obstruct them in their lawful duties. They'll be sworn in, they'll get cards as well, common law court cards for the position. He says they'll obviously be sworn in, they'll have the relevant paperwork, they'll have the orders, so we do it lawfully. When you do that, it's fine. Now, we're not actually turning around an individual and saying, look, here, basically here, what to do is you've got an order here, go to the door, cave it in and just help yourself with what you want. You don't do that, right?
Shit.
Unfortunately, we don't do that. But basically what you do is you turn around and say, look, you cannot do anything which obviously is knocking the work we're doing. So what you do is you turn around and say, look, this is how you conduct yourself. So we'll go through a sort of routine and say, look, you have to do the following, let them know, speak about, we'll work with them. But it'll be done lawfully, so you go there and you present the case. We never come into dispute with individuals, we never commit a crime, we never cause any aggro, we do everything and we make sure that what we do is obviously recorded, it's everything's there for everyone to see, we're doing it lawfully. We actually went to enforce a decision in a court against social services in Scotland, and believe it or not, I was actually one of the individuals, enforcement officers, agents, whatever you want to call them, myself and another guy. So we actually went, this is to, we know the child in concern, I said we were going to obtain a child or to get a child. But when we went into the reporter's office, we knew the child wasn't there, and we knew that they'd actually hidden the child. So there was no way we were going to get the child, which we knew. but we knew we had to go in and sell paperwork. So we went in to sell paperwork and tell them, look, you have to return this child. Here is the court order. This is the court order given to the individual. They have to comply with it. We'll give you 14 days. So that's all we were doing. So we went in, but we said, if we're going in, we're going to videotape it. So basically, we're not hiding anything. Everything's there, and it'll be on display for everyone. So we went to videotape it. So basically, he said, we got someone with us. There was 3 individuals, and basically we took a mobile phone, and we obviously set it up to record. We then obviously had another camera, which is slightly different. There's a camera to set up to record as well. So you actually walked in literally from over here, probably just to the wall there, maybe 12, 15 feet. And so the cameras went on, we walked into the building. As soon as we walked into the building, they cut off, stopped recording. It was jammed. So we went in, seen the individual, we then came out, and then when we came out, we started walking away, the cameras come back on again. So they've actually jammed this. Now, the question I turn around and say, well, hold on, there was no children that were in the building. They take them in for hearings, right? Because it was a children's office. So they're taking in, obviously, people to deal with children, removing children from the parents. They're taking the parents in, and children are in attendance, and they have the hearing with these obviously, individuals. But they're actually blocking, and they're putting equipment in to tamper and jam in your recordings. So if they're doing that, why are they doing that?
Guilty.
Because they're corrupt.
We went in a court just now, a high court in Edinburgh. It was an appeal court with an appeal judge, which is a senior judge. We went in, now in Scotland, I keep using it because I think we're a wonderful country in Scotland. He says, our justice system is brilliant. So much so that the government says, look, we're brilliant here, we've got a brilliant system, we're going to kit out all our courts with state-of-the-art recording equipment, fancy equipment, everything, every court in the land. So they put the recording equipment in every court in the land, which is great. He said, then started the hearings, the judges won't switch it on.
There is that. I've got proof that there is recording equipment in every court in the land.
That
But the
doesn't
point
work.
is, what I will say, on the point,
It doesn't work. I believe me, I've got
Susie,
this.
on the point, what we will say, common law, right, common law